Alright, I know that my videos aren't needed so much anymore. Everyone understands PUBG. They know how to play Battle Royale now. And my videos just aren't needed like they used to be. But this video, I've got a couple good tips that are interesting. I mean, they're going to be new to me. I've never talked about this before. So I kind of want to go over that with you guys. One thing I do want to go over, though, is not finishing off downed players. It's starting to drive me crazy. Like, why does everyone have to do that? You know, now PUBG's been out a couple years. You know, the veteran players are the ones sticking around. The good players, PUBG is a little harder, I think, nowadays than it used to be. Because the good players are still sticking around. The ones who just, yeah, you know, it was kind of fun at the beginning. You know, those people have left. You know, the ones that weren't very good. So you've got kind of, you know, more elite players playing the game, and it's making it tough. But I am surprised at the amount of people who still will finish you once you've been knocked. I don't know, it's starting to become a pet peeve. That's probably one of the only things that bug me about this game. Occasionally, I still will do it, but most of the time, you know, I have some respect for other players and, you know, leave them, let them stay there, let their friends see if they can res them. You know, if they knock me, then they knock me. But finishing someone off is just starting to bug me. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about sniping, because if you do snipe somebody, you pretty much have to finish them because they're so far away. If you can get a chance to take that person out, you definitely need to do that. But what I'm really talking about is the beginning of the game. When you first land and one of your teammates gets knocked, if you knock someone, I mean, if you knock and then finish someone off, I mean, you can pretty much guarantee that they're going to do that to your team as well. There, Foulmaster finishing off my guy for me. So something like that's not, you know, you have to finish them off because their buddy could come throw a smoke and you lose your kill. But you know what I'm talking about. The beginning of the game, one of you gets knocked and finished. Also, I've noticed that people get themselves killed a lot when they just, like, I've got to finish this person. You know, if they would turn, they may get another, they could wipe out the other team if they would just pay attention to who else is around them. But they get so focused on trying to kill the person they just knocked just to have one extra kill. You know, that's not what the best players are going to do. They're just going to knock, find the next person, knock, find the next person, knock, and then get that fourth kill and wipe out the whole team. Like I said, I know that there's times you have to finish someone off. You know, like this is when that person could crawl away and get to cover, you have to finish them. And I'm about to do the same thing here. This guy spots my team. He doesn't know I've moved in so close. I had to make sure that he could not crawl back to that cover and get back to his teammates. Also, at the very end of the game, if you get a chance, it demoralizes the team. It freaks them out when they lose somebody. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to boost up, and man, it's time to push these guys. I can't give them an inch. And when I see someone finally goes down and we've just got one person left, that's when I really make my move. Trying to wait for the rest of my team. And I spot the guy. He waited way too long, and it becomes an easy win for us. It's always fun getting that final kill. I don't know what it is. You just feel, even if your whole team's alive, getting that final kill is exhilarating. All right, so this is me with a new update. And I'm doing a solo match. This guy had been hunting me for so long, and I just waited in that little building, and he had parked his vehicle over here, and I thought, well, I'm just going to throw a grenade at him. I wasn't sure how much that hurt him, but I thought it was time to push. I catch him healing. So that grenade must have hurt him quite a bit for the heal. Man, I don't know. He hunted me for probably 2 minutes, and I did not make a sound. I just watched him and was waiting for my moment. I don't know if you saw my last video where I was sniping, and I got, I think it was an 8-kill chicken dinner. The lone survivor of my squad. That kind of put the Kar 98 in my you know, in my books. It gave me a lot of confidence. I've never been much of a sniper, but in solo, the Kar 98 is pretty awesome. You get those headshots with these level 2 helmets, and you can just get an instant kill like that. Poor guy. I would say I feel bad about that, but I don't. Now that's interesting. This guy is driving in that car. But I'm glad he did, because that's going to pull anyone's attention. So that's kind of why I followed around behind him, but also wanted to try and hug the circle. Now, looting in the final circle here, I don't usually recommend that. But watch this. I would not have seen this guy had he not shot. I had no idea he was there until he shot up at that buggy. So in a way, that buggy did save my life. I'd like to thank you, Buggy Man. So now it's 1-on-1, and I've spotted the last guy. And I know I didn't like throwing the molly, but I kind of wanted to limit where all he could run around down there. I wasn't sure if he knew exactly where I was at, but he's about to prove that he does know where I'm at. Let's try to take a page out of Foulmaster's book, his sniping. That guy, gosh, he hit me. But did you see that? I shot through the bushes, through the branches, and got my kill. And look, I got shot in the head. I was that close to death. That guy, gosh, that was a really good hit that he got on me. It's too bad he didn't have a slightly stronger gun. So here's a match where Foul and I started at the quarry. We love the quarry now that you can get level 3 vests there. And it's usually not that, it's not highly populated. Usually knock out a team and then move on. So we jumped in a boat, drove over to the military base island, and found these guys. I don't know what I never understood. Why are you going to snipe and stand out in the open? It's just not a good idea. And this guy thinks he can zigzag and get away. Well. I would say I feel sorry for him, but I don't. Let that be a lesson to everybody. Don't stand out in the open and snipe. So we worked our way over to the shoreline. Figured this was the smart way to move into the circle, getting some kind of cover. Just trying to be careful, not be seen. And you never know who you're going to find. Definitely, if you're in a shoreline like this, just watch out. I don't know. I can't believe that paying attention. How do you not pay attention? Because everybody follows the shoreline. It's really dangerous now to follow the shoreline. It used to be a really good idea, but now it's hard. So we're about to reach the end of the shoreline. And I'm noticing how this slopes down. And my first thought is, you know what? Just double check and make sure no one's trying to climb up the rocks. Because if I was down there, this is going to be the time you get pushed up. And sure enough, I find this poor fella. Would say I feel bad for him, but I don't. So now it's time to use the hills to our advantage and scout everything. I did see some guys, and they knocked Foul. He missed the knock. I had to run over there. Let me pause this for a second. All right, I had to slow this down because I don't have enough footage, but I have to explain what happened. When I went to go res him, I threw a distraction smoke, that little smoke to my right side. That gave me just enough time to res Foul. While I was doing that, they grenaded the heck out of that. They used all their grenades except for one. This one that you're about to see, it got a good throw and it forced us out of our little hiding spot. But that distraction smoke was perfect. Instead of throwing it on Foul, I just threw it to the right. Knocked this guy. And here I feel like is my big mistake. We got 2 on 1. The guy comes out. Should have zoomed in. Third person shot, and then that. Look at this. He got me with a bison. We lost. Oh, it's heartbreaking. Anyways, that distraction smoke worked out great. Now, here's another strategy that we've been talking about. So we've been going to test out. Can you sit in the circle and just keep using first aids? How many first aids would you need? So I gave all my first aids to Scuba. And so I'm going to distract these guys. Since these were houses, we figured this was a perfect time to try out our plan. It's easier to find a hiding spot and just sit there when the circle's closing when you've got houses. So I wasn't really expecting this to live. If I did, I'd be lucky, but I only had that 1 first aid. And I'm giving direction to Scuba on where to go and set up our little idea. So I tell him to go up there and get behind that wall, or in front of the wall. And I'm going to get finished off here. And they didn't see him. So we give our plan a go. So he's already, Circle's already passed in on him, and he's just hitting those first aids. One after another. And he has 7. We didn't know if 7 was going to be the right number. It's getting close. Starts getting some knocks. Boom, he wins the game. Get a chicken dinner, no kills. Worked out awesome. So, hey, give that a shot. If you get 7 first aids, you know you can do it. See you guys later.